Genetically identical to the legendary bounty hunter Jango Fett, clones were inherently bred to be war machines, and were thus some of the toughest soldiers the universe had to offer. The vast majority of these clones were proud to fight and die for the Republic, and through this common sentiment, would be willing to do whatever it took to ensure victory of the highest caliber. These passionate and loyal troopers fought for the Republic in many different battles throughout the universe, some of which naturally gave way to the most badass scenes we see in the entire Star Wars franchise. This video, of course, will be counting down my personal favorites, so strap in, grab some popcorn, and get ready to be influenced by some top tier Republic propaganda. Not that I have to convince any of you though, right? Right? The defense of Kamino was one of, if not the most passionate battle the clones had ever fought. They were defending their home, their brothers, and their future. They essentially had everything to lose and were more than willing to give up their lives to save it. Anakin Skywalker was also at the forefront of this fighting and was later tasked with stopping Asajj Ventress from stealing a sample clone DNA that could have meant game over for the Republic. After a long and arduous chase, it looked like Ventress was finally going to be able to get away, until the cavalry arrived in full force. Now, if this scene didn't make you have any sort of audible reaction the first time you watched it, you must be a hard viewer to please, because that scene wasn't only extremely badass, but for the boys as well. The second battle of Geonosis had a lot of cool moments that I think many of us look back on fondly. We saw probably one of the most costly aerial assaults of the Clone Wars, 2 injured Jedi, and a 212th clone force nearly destroyed due to lack of support. Although these moments were all pretty interesting and amazing in their own unique ways, in my opinion, nothing could beat the moment when Ki-Adi-Mundi and his troops took a stroll into a Geonosian cave and roasted all those disgusting separatist bugs alive. After a scorching battle fighting against rabid bugs on the ravaged desert planet of Geonosis, all you really want to do is crack a cold one with the clones and chill out for a bit. And I think after that awesome flamethrower scene, the boys under the command of Ki-Adi-Mundi did just that. General Grievous was a tough cyborg to catch, and when Obi-Wan tracked and finally cornered the slippery separatist on the desolate planet of Saleucami, he was intent on capturing him, and thus enlisted all the help he could get to finally end the coward's legacy once and for all. Unfortunately for Captain Rex, this seemingly just wasn't his lucky day, and after going on a scouting mission with fellow troopers Jesse, Kix, and Hardcase, he was shot and nearly killed, with the blaster missing his heart by a mere 2 inches.
Protect the captain! Commando droids.
The badass part of this wasn't Rex getting shot, of course, rather it was the evasive maneuvers undertaken by Jesse, Kix, and Hardcase to protect their captain and neutralize the immediate threat. This scene just showed us the efficiency and effectiveness of the 501st. They didn't crack under the pressure, they didn't leave a man behind, and they ultimately destroyed the commando droids that had shot Rex. Now, if that isn't for the boys, I don't know what is. Throughout the Clone Wars TV show, the Separatists cemented themselves as the scumbags of the universe. They would use a plethora of dirty tactics to try and dismantle the Republic and sap its power, and one of the more scummiest strategies they used was when they baited Padme Amidala into embarking on a diplomatic mission, only to ambush her and her convoy. It's needless to say though, they didn't go out without a fight. Now, I know I give the Coruscant Guard a lot of crap for the sole reason of them being led by Commander Fox, but I must admit, Commander Thrawn and the clones serving under him on that fateful battle were some of the most passionate and resolute soldiers we see in the whole show, fighting to the bitter end for the Republic. Although this doesn't redeem Fox and Co from their sins, it does manage to give us all a sliver of hope in the abilities of the Coruscant Guard. Captain Fordo is essentially one with the boys. He hands down, and no questions asked, had the most badass scene in the entire Star Wars franchise. And even though I might be cheating a little because he is an ARC trooper, there was just no way I could skip this one. I mean, what else can really be said? If this isn't the epitome and definition of badassery, I guess I'll just never know what is. Remember guys, there are so many other badass scenes in the Star Wars franchise, and if I see you guys like this video and are giving me good suggestions, expect a part 2. Also, as some of you may already know, if you join our Geetsly's Gaming Network Steam community by January the 3rd, and we manage to get our member count all the way up to 500 users, I'll be doing a shout out to one random person's YouTube or Twitch channel, as well as having a 25% discount on all Geetsly's gaming servers. So make sure you join the community guys, we'd love to have you there. Anyways guys, I'll now leave you with a little montage full of badassery. So please enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video.